book. You definitely want to see Miss V versus her Balakwa bottle rolling around in the studio. We're live on Facebook. So, did you want to say something
No,
to the Balakwa
I
bottle?
was actually trying to hide the brand that you spoke about.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to remove the wrapper.
Anyways, it happens. Well, once again, if you're just tuning in, this is Strong and Sassy here on Joy 99.7 FM. And as you may have guessed, Miss V is in the studio. I've mentioned her name like 4 times already. Good evening and welcome.
Thank you
It's
so
great
much.
to have you again, looking
Thank you.
beautiful as always.
Thank you.
We also have with us, oh my God, like in awe, absolute awe. A woman whose music I think most of us grew up listening to. Her dance moves were like the dance moves. And we all stood in the mirror at some point in our lives, doing the our frame. Oh yeah. Once you hear our frame, you definitely know who I'm talking about. It's the beautiful Akosia Ajipon joining us as well. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, baby. And I'm happy to see my daughter with me.
Yes, mommy.
She is my baby. I just
She is,
love her.
isn't
Yes.
she?
Thank
I'm
you.
happy seeing her, I was just jumping. I said, "Oh, she's my baby."
So it's great to have you here. I was just telling Akosia that we had her sister Stephanie a few weeks ago on Strong and Sassy, and I'm asking her who is more dramatic. She says it's her sister, but she's also showing some signs of drama. So it looks like it runs in the family.
It does. It does. I have to be honest. It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's my older sister, so I don't want her start. She's going to call and say, "Why did you say that?" So, sis, we are all dramatic.
You're all okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then. Oh, that's cool then.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about obviously Frema. Now that song was it's an iconic. It's part of the texture of Ghanaian music. I mean, 80s, 90s,
yeah, 90s.
it's just you can't talk about music and not talk about that song. It was but I was asking you before the show started, how does it feel, when you meet people, like me, who look old or who are obviously are not, kids, and we're like, oh, we grew up listening to that kind of to that song because it was a really long time ago, wasn't it?
Long time, 31 years.
Yeah.
January, Fema 10, 31 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my God, that song came out before I was born.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legendary.
And honestly, sometimes when you see someone, the person tells you, okay, so I was 3 years when you played a song, the question will be, hey, mommy, because she looks older than she been 3 years. But I thank God that songs like that still lives.
Yeah.
And it being 31 years, it still lives. Kokoko is 30 years. You understand?
Wow.
So it's like the songs just sit there and then they just grow.
They just
And they're growing. And I thank God that if you go to at any nightclub, they make sure they play Kokoko before they leave the place. Because,
Wow.
because of the rhythm. Dum, 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 dum. So they just fuse it
in with
and then people just dance to
Yeah.
it. So I'm happy that till date, my music is still.
When you were making these songs, did you think that 30 years on they would still be relevant?
Honestly speaking, good songs never die because I always mention Bob Marley, I mention
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, I mention all these names because good music never die. Let's look at Kokoko. Till date, people are still renting houses. Till date, we're still paying water bills, electricity bill. It's still there. So this song will never die because it still goes on and on and on. A song like Miyoba, 31 years ago, I said, "One kwajo namne ochane yaw. One kwame namne adichen kwesin chen. Me so anye se bia ware. Omupie ni wa wufo nim no. Ochina bewe nyin sei na be. Kwajo senyo no yaw so anje. Kwame senyo no kwesi so anje." It's happening. Girls are just playing around with guys. Now when she gets pregnant, the mom asks, "When I want a name?" She doesn't even know who because she's playing around with guys. Now look at the way some of our girls dress. I always talk about my baby here. The way you dress, and it's in Fema, it's in Yoba. Moment she tadia, be my own dida. Amma me, I can't want some. You understand? And now, if you look at some of them, the way they dress,
Yeah.
it's something else. So when you write songs like that, you realize that it wasn't. It's like it was, you prophesy.
Yeah.
That's going to happen, and it's still happening.
And Kwame is still not responding to messages.
Me don't punch it. And then you look at Odoba Mesonko. Guys come around from Italy, from Germany, from America. They come, engage our women. Then they go back. About 5-6 years, they won't even hear from them. And then the next thing they'll tell you, oh, if you get somebody, you can get married because I'm not coming back now.
Yeah.
After 6-7 years, wasting somebody's life. And the women also doing the same thing. You know, they come down, the man gets married to her, she goes back there, and then it's like, oh, let's forget about everything. And this song, Odoma Mesonko, is 29 years now. Wow. So ask yourself that songs like that, you shouldn't write a song that after 2-3 years, nobody listens to it. And I mean, the song is dead and you're still alive.
Yeah.
You understand? But you should die and let people keep on playing your songs. And like Papa Jansen, I'll never stop mentioning his name, because his songs are good, you know. So write good songs, and it will live with you. So,
How do you feel? I mean, when you hear that there are songs that have been in existence for 31 years, you know, and
Pressure.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Pressure.
apart from the pressure, how does it make you feel? Because you're still, you know.
Yeah, I'm a baby.
Yeah.
Not so much. My birthday's on 23rd. I'll be 29. So
Okay.
this time I am not going to forget it.
yes, please don't.
I am not going to forget it.
That's a reminder.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because the other one, it's just wow, just now. But
Yeah,
last
it's been
year you
2 years.
sent
It was 2 years ago, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was 2 years ago when I
Wow.
did the stand red
Yeah.
for women.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you sent a message.
Yeah.
And my daughter said, Miss Fee's birthday, Mommy, you forgot. I said, wow.
Oh,
So this time,
You forget.
I won't forget.
that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
29, that means she's 2 years older than my daughter.
Okay.
My daughter
Wow.
is 26.
She's my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
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 So
yeah.
that's my daughter.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I just love her.
Thank you.
I love watching her. I love the way she dresses. I love the way she sings.
Yeah, she's such a
My head
lady,
will
isn't
fall
she?
off.
Hold
It's
it, hold
one,
it,
it's
hold
one.
it. Wait, when we go
But-
there, and if I can catch it. Okay.
But
Yeah.
so apart from the pressure of having, you know, mothers and role models, you know, who are writing songs that have lasted 31 years, you know, how does it make you feel? Because, you know, you have great songs. You
Yeah.
know?
Great.
I mean, my favorite is Hallelujah, na, 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 na,
Davi.
you go find a way.
Davi.
You know,
Yeah.
You know, and I'm thinking, you know, okay, in 20 years, you know, it's still relatable. You know, it's
Yeah.
still. Is that what you think about when you're writing music? Relatability, or
I've-
you know, is it?
Yeah, I feel like music really, for me, my music really is about everyday life. So like she said, it's something that will last for a really, really long time. Unfortunately, things don't change. Things stay the same. She was talking about issues 31 years ago that are still same today. I have a new song out. The title is Vanity. Vanity will always be. And so that's about it. But the one thing it tells me is that music is really powerful, and music speaks to people. People always go to music to maybe find some solace, or if they're having a certain problem. Like when I released this song, the kind of feedback I was getting about people saying that, oh, now I'm actually focusing more on things that are important in my life, and not just waking up and chasing money every single day. That's what music does.
Yeah.
Music speaks to people. It's powerful. So I'm hoping to follow in her footsteps. The way she has kept this going for so long, hopefully that's my story too.
Okay. Did you want to say something?
Yes, what she's saying is something that anytime I come for an interview, I just want to write something down concerning when you talk about music. You see, most of the time we forget that some of the messages or the words that is given to us, they have meanings to each word and each letter. Now look at music. She says something. The M is the message and the meaning that people read into. And that is the M for me in music. Now the you should be unique. I just wrote it when I was sitting down. You should be unique. A unique person, like Ashley said, she's believing that the music that she's writing now, it should be unique for people to listen to. It shouldn't be something that Miss V nyumne and I could Japan nyumne say Miss V. It's like Miss V's song.
Yeah.
But it's the same. No. She's unique, and that is what it's about music. Now let's look at the S. It should be sweet, and some of it depends on how you're going to write your music. Some makes it look too sexy, and people read meanings to the way you will come up with your music.
Okay.
And so if my music is sweet, it's good. I just love it. And then maybe the same music that's the S is you want to look sexy. Somebody sitting back say, "Oh, Akolawe there," and then she very easy to get. You understand? They read meaning
Okay.
to it, and that comes to the eye. We inspire people through the songs that we write. Somebody sitting there will listen to maybe Frema, as you're saying, or Kokoko, or Myoba, or my baby songs, and then when I say, this song is talking to me. It has. And so when that music, it really inspired me. The inspiration I got from it, you understand? And that is the I in music. Now the C, we should be creative. Don't sit back and say, especially our videos. Some of them is look alike. It's like the same thing. I mean, there's nothing. You have
Nothing
to. There
different,
should be
yeah.
creativity in music, and then it should go right into your videos as well. Somebody can go and say that, did you see Miss V's video? I want the same thing. and so you see the videos,
It's practically the same thing.
almost the same. Why can't you come out with something? Create. That's what music is about. So as my daughter was saying, it is one thing that we all have to sit down and tell ourselves that we're going to write good songs, number one. We'll make sure that the songs that we're writing will live for our young ones to come and maybe reproduce it. But the message and everything will go on. I was just telling her, I said, I'm going to sing with you. We're going to write a song. We're going to sing. I said that way back when she came to my 25th anniversary. And I still keep on, my children call me, Mommy, have you seen Miss V? I said, I met her at this one of her sister station. And we hugged, we jumped and everything. And so I was going to call her. And honestly, my phone got missing. So I couldn't get her number. And my daughter called, Miss V's birthday. And I said, it's past. I said, Ma, I called you. I tried calling you. You're always busy. This time I'm going to put it here. She's somebody, when you write a song and then you sing with her, the type of songs that she writes can help me because I write songs that, I'm sorry to say, there's no profane. You see, some of the songs that have come, maybe there are people tell them that, when you sing profane songs, it will be hit. Or maybe when you go half naked, people will watch. I'm sorry. I never went half naked. But now my fan starts from 5 years because of Adom and Soma. You understand? And other TV programs I've been doing. Now, I have as young as 5'4", a lady just says, Auntie Costa, when you come on TV, my 4-year-old daughter will start jumping. You understand? I don't go naked. But do something and be proud of yourself. You understand? And so with the music, I'm sorry. The way some people are taking it, sometimes
It's a very, very, very serious distance.
It is.
It's very, very.
So when I keep on talking about Miss V, when I talk about Adina, and I talk about those, the young girls that refuse to go naked, because I there was a program, I'll be quick about it, and I met some of the ladies, okay, and then what happened was I asked them, why do you want to dress the way you dress? Oh, it's our managers. I said, excuse me, your manager tell you to dress this way? His wife is at home, covered herself, and you are out there trying to. The next time, and he tells you, I'm not working with you anymore. You've just exposed yourself, and what next? So please, if the young ones are listening to me and they are watching, please, being famous or people doesn't mean you should go naked or you should sing profane songs. Sing songs that will still live. Her songs, there's no profane, but people love it.
Yeah.
As you said, Frema, you were just 7 years, but you still remember what I did.
Oh, yeah.
That is about music. So,
Yeah, I get that. Let me, staying on the profanity and the nudity, let me talk to you about that. I mean, I know your background. I know that your parents are very religious, so you grew up, with a very, strict upbringing and all that. And I think we've also spoken about the pressure of society and all of that. And I know that you made a decision that there were things that you were not going to do and you were going to stick to a certain identity.
Yeah.
But I wonder, as time has gone by, as the years have gone by, and nudity and profanity have become more unfortunately, more normalized, more accepted.
Yeah.
And the reverse has become true. So when you're not nude and not profane, that's actually not normal. That's actually become the exception. You're
Yeah.
actually exceptional if you're that, as
Yeah.
opposed to that being the norm. Has it become harder to stick to that? And I mean, for those who are up and coming, especially the children, not even up and coming, but the children, because I have like a 12-year-old daughter who wants to go into music.
Oh, wow.
So the young ones who are watching, who don't have a lot of people to look up to, who are, walking the straight and narrow. I mean, what would you say to them? What's the benefit of walking this path, as opposed to the bikini and hot pants and the all of that, and strutting your stuff and singing the I've been drinking, all those like what's the benefit?
People see the music first. And I feel like for myself, when I started out, I think I told you this before, people used to say, you know what, you should try dressing this way because it's what will sell. But this has never been me. I've just been like so comfortable in my joggers, and it's just really me. And I felt like if I tried too hard, I won't be able to keep up with it, and things will just sort of fizzle away at a point. But if I am myself, I can last really, really long. I don't have to try too hard. And that's why I am still doing as well as I am, because everybody knows I'm not trying too hard. I am myself. I am unique the way I am. And the music is just before anything. The talent is before anything. So if people are looking at me, it's because they are either saying, oh, I like how you dress, or the music. The music is good. The music is good. It's never been about my breast or my ass or nothing like that. It's the talent first. It's what I want to share with the world. So that comes before anything else.
But people also talk about your beauty. And they talk about your glow.
Yeah.
And they talk about the fact that you're a lady. So it is about the way you look. Except
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's, for once, or rare, it's rare, you actually hear people talk about a musician, and it's not like in some way.
Yeah.
It's actually, she's stunning. And
Yeah.
it's a nice, decent, you know what I mean?
It's a package. The whole music thing, first of all, is a package.
Yeah.
It's not really just the talent alone.
Yeah.
It's your image as well. And like she said, she has fans really young. My fans are so young. Really, when I started singing, they said my fans will grow with me. But I realized that I still have babies loving my music. So I was brought up to be responsible and, very upright. And I realized kids are watching me. And my family is still watching me. So there's no way I will go the other way.
Yeah.
Yes. And I just really like how I am, really. Yeah.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Let me say good evening to Akumama Mazimbi, my co-presenter for this
Good evening.
Good evening. Whenever she's on Strong and Sassy, she just takes over the show and I can relax. So I think I can safely hand over to her.
I'm already tired, so I'll take it slow.
Hey.
From 10 to 12 midnight, I'm on my show down home.
yes, yes,
So I need to take it slow. Good evening, lovely ladies.
Slow pony.
Slow.
She's my twin.
Yeah,
People
we
call
are,
me
we are
Mama
twins.
Zimbi when I'm-
And people call me Akwesia Japan.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So when I see her, I mean, I don't know why I don't know why you brought her here.
I also don't know why. I posted that I posted what we're going to do tonight, but then I said okay. Whether she likes it or not, we are meeting. Because we don't have the time to meet. You know why? We only meet our programs. Because we are twins.
Today, because Mama Zimbi, I'm saying, "Usha Mama Buduku," and they call her Kosi Japan as well.
Yes.
But the other day we took the picture together. I think I realized that
Yeah.
there is some,
resemblance.
the
Yeah.
eyes.
Good.
The naughty
Interesting.
lips.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
so naughty, I'm telling
Oh,
you.
very.
It's good to be naughty.
Oh, right.
He's
You
Yeah.
see, you
But
got to be
but also
naughty,
Mr. Question,
not outside, but inside your room, at the kitchen, at the hall,
Please, not
in the bedroom,
please,
in the car.
please, it's not 10:30. Please, it's
Relax.
not yet 10:30. I've
To be
relaxed.
naughty,
It's okay.
every married woman needs to be naughty.
Thank
But
you.
not outside.
Okay, thank
The man,
you.
so the opposite has to be true.
So,
Mommy.
you're welcome.
May I say. Thanks for having me once again.
Yes, Victor, we are moving to love now, obviously. So let's talk about love. Because, I
Wow.
mean, today we're talking love, music, and money.
That's right.
So we're inspired by your entrance. We're going to switch to love. But let me start with you.
Okay.
What's your you've lived a pretty public life.
Yes.
So there are aspects of your love life that the public know about, that we know about.
Yeah.
But I don't want to assume anything.
Okay.
So I would put it to you and allow you to share what you're comfortable with, what love has been like for you. But most importantly, what has been or what have your greatest lessons on love been, especially related to the society that we live in,
Yeah.
in regards to what love looks like for women right now.
Don't worry yourself asking too much long questions.
And
about
they said
love.
I'm asking thesis, so you
Yeah.
send me their thesis questions. now.
Okay. This question is very, very important because when you become a public figure, your love, the question becomes, is it true love?
Yes.
That's the question you ask yourself. Or is it because I'm popular? Is it because people know me? Or is it because maybe because I have money now? What does he want from me? What does she want from me? Does she want everybody to know that, yeah, I'm dating, I'm going out with ABC? And that has been a very big problem, especially for the female musicians, actors, even presenters, you name it. Now the question is, the one coming into your life, the person can pretend to love you. The person can be a hypocrite. The person can be an opportunist. I can stay with her, stay with him, make my name around her or around him, and then maybe whatever money that he's got or she's got, if she asks for divorce after stressing her up, I'm definitely going to get my share. And at the end of the day, whatever she has, because I'm going to frustrate her. So she'll end up, because she's the star, she'll end up saying that I don't want it anymore. So you left me, so you have to, that's the law. You have to give me something. And so it's like going into a relationship is a problem. And from day one, and especially when you fall in love with a person, you realize that the person is not who you think he or she is. And you're coming out, you know that you have people waiting for you to jump into it. And that's the public, as you said. In Ansano marry you. We heard she was dating, or he was dating this person. What happened? This person, I don't think because she dated this person and then she left him. And this is how they read it. They read wrong meanings into why somebody gets out of the relationship. Because the person is just nobody knows that person. Is you.
Yeah.
And into the person goes, especially the mistake that we do is when we go on air or we sit down with the person and tell the person some secrets that we haven't told anybody.
That's right.
And the person has it. You think you have a husband, you have a serious boyfriend, and you falling too much in love. No, you tell the person things. So when there's separation, that's when, if the person hasn't got this called sense, the person comes on air and start disgracing you. So now a lady or a guy, a public figure going to another relationship, he or she becomes, wow.
Yeah.
What am I getting myself into? So with ours, with any public figure listening to me, love is something that we've been in and out of it, and most of it is lust. But you might think it's love. So when the person comes and get what he or she wants, and he's got you, it's like menyano. So if you don't do this, I'll go on air and I'll disgrace you. So sometimes those that are strong say, go and say it. And so we should be careful what we say when we're in a relationship, because the person can pretend to be at the end of the day, you become his worst or her worst enemy. So it's very important that we take our time, because love is something that we write songs when you are deeply in love. And when you are hurt, you write songs. And so people will sit by and say that, oh, where they are not some no. Sometimes it's not about us. It's about somebody that has also told us what he or she went through. And we write the song, and sometimes the song even follows us. You write some song, and later you realize that, hey, this song I wrote, it's like I wrote prophecy about myself, and it's not happening.
It's not, I
Yeah.
get that.
So
Sometimes.
So you should take your time and know who. And you cannot be single, because when you're single, you have the problem. Now my beautiful daughter here, you have problems, because, and so if you have somebody to a wahala, and if the person doesn't understand your music. When you came, I was a musician, or I was an actress, and you came, or I was a presenter. Now tell him that, don't go here. Why are you going? I want to go with you. At the end of the day, you are not needed there at that moment. So you can't follow me there. So that's when trust comes in. If you don't trust her, or you don't trust him, why do you start dating him then? Or why do you start dating her? Like Mama Zimbi's program. She gets home at 1 and say, hey, why are you late? Hey, you know it's a late night movie. You watched that one and you fell in love with her and you went in for her. Like my music, we go out. The other day, I closed at 25. My daughter was there. We closed late. Then you have a boyfriend that knocks, who be waiting, or a husband. Hey, watch you. I didn't know you keep that long. And who came to drop you? You don't need that in our music or an act. You don't need such a person who is a jealous person. But from day one, you wouldn't see that the person is a jealous person. After giving your love to the person, and the person starts showing you his or her true colors, meanwhile, you've gotten yourself involved. So with our love, Minya, you're wahala. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm giving you too much.
That's a lot. Okay. Miss V,
Yes.
what would you say? I mean, what have you learned about love? So
Honestly, I haven't had much experience with relationships. I have been in 2 relationships. And she said exactly like what happens when you're in the limelight and you're in a relationship. And you don't know if people are coming to you for real. My mom will wake up and say, V, you're growing. Like, where's your boyfriend? Kids, you're 29. You promised me 25. You're going to have kids. You're 29 now. What's happening? And she doesn't understand. Mothers, no, but she's sweet, and I understand her because it's true. Because we're women, and our cycle is different. So she's actually telling me the truth. But at the end of the day, I can't force what's not there to be there. And she doesn't understand that in our situation, being musicians and being popular, like she said, you don't know who is coming to you for real. My last relationship, I realized late that the person was not for real. Because now what I was hearing was, oh, he saw me on TV and he saw my legs and he said, you have that girl, And then it got to a point when he said, I took a picture with the CEO of some bank or something, and just a bit of a hug, and it was a problem when talking so it was really stressful for me. Really, really stressful. So relationships for people in the limelight is hell. You really don't know who is coming to you because they really like you, or just because you are beautiful or you are famous, and they don't mind having you on their arm and just telling everyone, Miss V is my girlfriend. So it's really tough.
wow.
Yeah.
What advice will you give? I think as for Kosia there, she right now they are, because when they know that no, we can't mess, no. Firepower. So what advice would you give? Because don't advise her, she's fine. Well, what advice would you give to? I mean, to Miss
those
V,
listening
and the young.
but
not
before
Miss
that,
V,
sorry,
no, I mean the young.
yeah.
Wait, but I'm not asking that question. You let me ask that question.
She wants to say something.
No, but I feel like for me, I live a very private life when it comes to my relationships. People really never know what's going on because I feel like 3 is always a crowd, and for someone in the limelight, if you let people in before it can even get to its sweet spot, it can just crumble.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's so important to live people never know who I'm dating or what's going on with me, and I like it just like that.
Good.
Yeah.
It's
And
good.
that is sweet of you.
Yeah.
So I mean, Miss V has her plan. But what advice would you give to
The
those
younger ones that are
who are
listening.
struggling, who are in the limelight and are struggling?
Thank you so much, sweetheart. And it's not just the young ones who are struggling.
Or the older ones.
There are older ones, elderly ones who are still struggling. The truth of the matter is, we don't take time to study, to know each other. We just fall into it. I love you. There should be likeness. Then it grows into love.
Friendship.
I married way back before I got into showbiz. When I got into showbiz, people still thought I was not married. But I was married. So I knew my husband and he also knew me. Okay? So that confidence was there. That relaxed zone, trust was also there. Okay? There have never been a time that my phone will ring and then my husband picking it and say, hello, no. The best is your phone has been calling for some time. Please put it by your side so that when they call, you can answer them.
Wow.
All right? Great. So we've been that. But these days, they look at the legs, as she said, Miss Vish said, the eyes, the boobs, the butt. When the person is dancing and can break the waist, you know,
Yeah.
twerking. Girl, leave me
Twerking.
sound is an because he's sorry.
Twerking, no, me who I don't know how many,
Remember
how many
status,
other
I don't know how.
people.
Yeah, me, yeah,
Meba.
Me
The
start
American
it.
say. So that's all they look at.
Yeah.
The eyeballs. They forget that even the Brazilian hair that she's
The
wearing,
Brazilian hair, yeah.
it is for the sister. Or it's for the friend that she has gone to borrow. Even the dress. People borrow up to now, the 21st century. People still wear things that are not theirs.
Can I help you somewhere?
I am
please?
coming, my sister. You will come in. Wait. People go and rent cars
Yes,
that
wait.
are not theirs, right?
And show off.
Modern Ghana, modern world. People are building that they finished everything up to spoons and knives. So you go into that apartment without you buying anything. All right? So when that person takes you in there, because your mind is so cheap and you want everything cheap, that person takes you there and you are so comfortable that everything is there. Sweetheart, Obebo Obo Sandwich, he will be there with you. And by the time you realize, he is marrying another beautiful woman. I am not lying. Peoda Humaso, 21 solid years. My eyes have seen, my ears have heard. People are showing me the reality on the ground. So if you get married and you don't know God, you don't want to be the foolish woman in quotes, and you want to argue and explain yourself too much, it doesn't matter what you do. That man will leave you. There'll be problems. If your mouth runs,
I want to cut in a bit before you go on
Oh,
commercial
go
break.
ahead.
Most of them that you see, they have artificial from head to toe.
Me that say.
Now the hair, as soon as you take the lady to your room, she takes off her hair, artificial. She takes off the
Eyelashes.
artificial. Then her breast, she's got the
Padded.
pad, the padded one. So when she removes, it's artificial. Now she got the butt, the hips, artificial. Now there's even this socks that has come, a transparent.
That makes your skin very smooth.
Yeah, and then
And
you have
sparkling.
extra, exactly. And so the lady you are taking to your house is artificial woman. She's not a natural person.
From A to Z.
From A to Z. Now, you the lady that you think that you have actually maybe attracted the guy and the guy is taking you home. You cannot call him again, because when you call, he will not pick, because what he think that was going to see is not there. So why don't you be grateful what God has given you? Let him see what you have, and if he wants it, fine. My daughter said something, a quick one. It is difficult to know, and my sister said it, to know that this guy is or the lady is telling the truth or not. The person can pretend. So it's good that she said something. If your husband trusts you or your man trusts you, and he can trust you, but if some people start talking lies, and he's so smart, that trust that you started in that relationship will start falling apart.
Akosia, if the man has studied you and knows you, when people are saying things about you, automatically he knows it's lies. So he's not going to follow.
Do you know what? I know you very well. You don't like friends. So I cannot come and tell your husband that, hey, Mama Zimbi, you say, hey, oh boy, measure pen for when did my wife? I never seen you with my wife before.
Yeah.
But you see, those that believe is when you have a friend that comes in and out, and then start telling your husband things. Or start telling your wife things. So with us, the musicians, with the actresses, with the radio and TV
Broadcast
presenters,
journalists and
it is
everything.
not easy. And so going into a relationship, unless you bring God in,
Me that
for
say.
God to give you God tell you, listen, this one they're going, the instinct, and you know. But if the pressure comes, as my daughter's saying there's some pressure that if you follow,
I feel like,
let me tell you, when back in the early 90s, I think 1992 thereabout, that we started cantata. What pressure didn't I get?
Yes.
Look, you finish rehearsals at GBC, and then cars are packed.
Yeah.
But you should have the disciplines.
Thank you.
My dear, you should be disciplined. If the foundation is great, and you know yourself, and you know what you want, you'll not fall prey to anything.
Yeah. Not even the money they
No.
bring to you.
You'll not
The
fall prey to
cars.
anything. I always say, I'm not saying say I'm an angel as I sit here. Okay? But if I have not checked my life, or my parents and other elderly people around me have not said, Manuelo, be careful. Watch it. It's Kevin. I don't think I could have done my show for 21 years.
We're gonna go for a break in
Okay.
a second, but I want to ask you something before we go.
Okay.
I mean, both of you brought in the issue of God. You know, we're
Yeah.
talking about love and stuff, and you know, in our society right now,
Yes.
we've kind of separated those who are Christian, holy, you know,
Mm,
Bible,
Mugambo,
but you know
Torah,
they
Chiaka.
But generally, you know, it's like we've removed God from the finding love marriage
Those
thing.
who don't know, charity begins at home. If you come from a home, that they tell you the word, not fasting or speaking in tongues. Or no. They will tell you the reality. Let the children know the reality. If you want anything, if you want to be very successful, their life is this. Ask God, pray. I know people who have been poisoned, but because they pray, they couldn't even eat the food. Somebody came for them and they have to leave it and go. And their daughters and friends came and ate the food. Are you understanding me? God is the ultimate. And when you see, we were born into sin.
Of course.
All right? We were
Yeah.
born into sin.
Yeah.
But if you listen, look, the pit will be dark right in front of you. But because you listen, someone will call you, tell you, oh, I'm sure it's then you move. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
We
I
understand what
tell
you're saying.
people on the show everywhere I go that now, if you want to get a successful marriage, the rightful woman, the rightful man, if you're a man, just tell God, you made me sleep deep in the Garden of Eden, and you took my rib to mold a beautiful woman.
Jesus.
God, let me have.
Hallelujah.
Praise.
Let me have that
Preaching
woman.
in
And I
Jesus'
tell
name.
you,
Come on now.
my God is not a deceiving God.
I'm telling you.
You are going to have that rightful woman.
Preach,
you
my
are going to
sister.
have that rightful man.
Yes.
And it's, you see,
And on that note, we'll be back. Thank you.
sharp.
Oh, Charlie, close the window small. Your room be too bright, oh.
Why, you be vampire where you know they like sunlight?
Oh, my guy, my eyes. Behind the PC problem. In the sun problem. Common light bulb, sir.
This no matter. I beg go Robert and Sons. Oh yeah, then my chick to him, I know correct. Cry. Where Robert and Sons sort them out sharp. Now so stylish frames in the rock.
We go Robert and Sons right there. No, I was sitting inside proper.
For over 25 years, Robert & Sons continues to provide specialist eye care for both adults and children. Locate us at Adabraka, Adenta, Kumasi, Usudankwa, Tema, Weja, and East Legon. Call 050-151-9111. Robert & Sons, seeing is believing.
Nana, Yen Control. Jumia presents Celebrate Your Everyday. It's Jumia's 9th anniversary, and we are celebrating with amazing specials. Enjoy up to 50% discount on your favorite brands from 14th to 27th of June. Jumia Day for you, Ankasa. Download the Jumia app. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Joy 99.7 FM.
To say something,
Miss
actually.
V.
Yes. So it's a crazy studio today.
You know,
You have two crazy
So
moms.
big.
Oh God. But I think today, really, I think I'm just here to learn though, because I don't have not much experience on this. But I wanted to say a lot of the girls in the limelight are like they have pressure to find someone who has already made it. And I think that's one of the problems, and that's why we
Yes.
keep falling in like really wrong relationships. And if you follow that, because I've dated someone before, and then someone in the music industry told me, it doesn't fit you, you're Miss V, you know, this is the kind of person you're supposed to be with.
See.
But it will not give you the longevity you want to have in a relationship. So if any young girl is listening to me right now, if you want to find a life partner, find a friend, someone you can really be with. Don't.
True.
And there are people today who will make it tomorrow.
Oh,
you
yes.
don't have
Oh, yes.
to. A lot of these people who already have the money have the girlfriends, and you will never be priority.
that.
Yes, so I think that's one of the biggest problems with being in the limelight. Like, you're afraid to be with somebody who doesn't have much, who doesn't have the biggest cars and stuff like that. And so you dare off, even if somebody is coming to you with the cleanest heart and is coming to you because
Purest
of you,
intentions
purest
still.
intentions, and wants to be with you because of you. You can't even see it, because that relationship won't look good on TV, and it won't look good anywhere else you go. You won't arrive in the nicest car. So
oh yeah.
yeah. So that's
Sorry.
one of the problems.
And let me come in here. Sometimes you will start with somebody who has nothing, and when the person starts making it, there's some funny words that they say. Oh, I wasn't ready, so I just thought that I should just go out with you, and because now he has it. So you see, as Mama Zimbi said, it's all about, and nowadays we don't take our time, and the pressure coming from some of the family members, our mothers, as my daughter said, sometimes it's way out of line, and the comparison. Hey, have you seen Mama Zimbi's, the guy that is going out with? Why are you bringing this guy? Bring somebody who can take care of their home. Oh. You see, the minute you start pumping that in the young girl's head, no, or the guy, that guy said, it's like you are actually worrying the child, because you are forcing her to do something, or you are forcing him to do something that he's not ready. Now look, the younger ones are chasing the sugar mummies, and then the younger girls are chasing the sugar daddies, because they want to sit in big cars. How many rooms can you sleep in? If they're giving you, if you've gone around maybe five rich men, they're giving you 5 houses. Can you stay in all the houses in a day?
At a go.
Or even their bed, you only sleep on one side. How many cars can you sit in? Era? Stop chasing people's husbands and taking things from them. It's not for you, la. Look at you.
Oh,
At the end of the day, please, if you want to be comfortable, you see, ask God. I'm telling you, it's so beautiful when he gives you, as my daughter said, if the person hasn't got money, and he make you happy, and he's a genuine person. Orama Jeskano, a rabba utie me. So comparing your friends coming in with a Range Rover, me,
It's not there, so they don't rent.
I'm not going to rent it. It's not for them. Now
Mommy,
this
you
guy,
know, the funny,
baby,
the
yeah.
thing too is that everybody's story is different and stories change.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that because today this is looking like this for someone, it
Yeah.
will remain the same.
same,
No.
yeah.
But if you start the foundation really well, your
Well,
story can remain
and
the same
understanding
for a
each
long
other
time.
with the trust and everything.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
But now the sister, have you seen the guy that just came in, Charlie?
Pressure.
Charlie.
Have you seen his perfume alone? Oh my
Pacho, your
God!
friend,
Because what they have forgotten is 99.1 men. 99.1. It was the are men that will go and do whatever to make sure
They get you.
they get into you.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And
Very
when they
easy.
are coming, you see, he will come and give you all the money. Whatever you want to use it with. You know, I try 1 week. But because you are not sharp and you are not thinking,
And because of
even
social
when the
media,
person, you still think the person loves you.
Yeah.
Oh. And the most annoying thing is after they don't know if when you call them, a lady comment and goes, yeah, this guy chased me for about a year. One day
Oh, and they have time.
one
Yeah,
day
they have
that I
time.
gave in. When I call him, he doesn't even pick up. So I'm picking it.
picking
They open when you
That's true.
No, what's your problem? Oh, take care of yourself. Look, I have 6 kids. 6 kids.
Oh, yes.
And I thank God for my life. Because at the end of the day, I have to, they suck this breast, but it's not socks. You understand? It's not socks, man.
There's bone. There's still bone.
The girls
You should have told me what interview I was coming into.
Me myself, I didn't know. Me myself, I didn't know.
My guy, what the thing is,
the girls that have not even given birth, they have socks.
Akosie, if they access to do squats right now, the runs that I can, Akosie will do, Miss V will marvel. Although I see a cycle doing the catcher, that side is catcher, but
go down
we
now.
know we go
And
down
then
and then
we see you. We see you.
You know. But what it is don't let anybody give you pressure.
Yes.
You have to give life pressure. When you know what time it is, what to wear, where to go, what to say, what not to say, and then people to work with and those not to work with. You know, there are some people when you say you don't have to even to say good morning to them.
No.
There are some people when you meet them, you don't greet them. You just pass. So they should come home. They are hanging in the air for long. They should come home. This world is very big. But if you're not careful, you don't have a space to put your food. All right? And then it's like,
Question you asked.
you see, right now we have social media. It is good. I am there. You are there. Everybody is there.
Pressure.
But it's becoming so silly.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
If we continue, we'll not finish. We'll have to come another time for this.
Yeah.
social
It's
media.
becoming so
question.
silly.
Yes, indeed.
You understand? The rightful guys are there.
Yeah.
The beautiful men are still there. Some are not yet born though, but they are most beautiful ones who are still virgins and they are there. Look, as
Those
for
that
intimacy,
pretend they are not virgins. They have 2 kids. Some older. Who are you lying
oh,
to?
but the real virgins are there, which
Yeah.
I know. Okay, if God says you marry at 8:35, Kosurubra form,
Ebeba.
you at 35 nedru. So what are you rushing for? Do they sit down and look into eyeball each other's eyes and see real life coming out of that eyes? You should see it. You should know it. So take time to know each other. As for the intimacy, it's just like the ice on the cake. You don't start with that one. That is why I am the sex and love doctor. If you don't know, come. I'll sit you down and pass you through, baby.
What?
Final words. We just have a few more minutes. So final words.
So we didn't talk about money.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
as for the money is part of everything.
Final words. I feel also discard.
No, you see, money. Without money makes everything beautiful.
Okay, we have 3 minutes.
Okay, I said money should be part and parcel
It's 55.
of everybody's
56.
life.
2 minutes.
If you are able to have 2 or 3 square meal in a day, you're a rich person. Even 2, you are just okay. So first, you don't ask anybody for anything. You have your dress. You look after your kids. If it overflows, you can sleep. You can control.
Money doesn't do everything. You can be rich, but you can be very sad. You can be poor but happy. One of my songs that become that very soon.
Yeah.
You understand? People chase money. Money should look for you.
Me that say.
You understand? And so a young girl, that you can see a young girl in big cars, you ask yourself, where did she get this money from? Is it real money? Or where is it coming from? You take your time. And then when you get the money and you are enjoying it, it's better than somebody you be in prison for money. A friend of mine told me that when I started, I could say, oh, you should get somebody, as my daughter said, somebody with heavy car, blah, blah, blah. And she was dating somebody outside America. The man has money. Now, do you know what? He sees the man 3 months. She gets him the money. The man has put money on the table. He said, you want money, but I'm gone. You see me next 3 months. She got pregnant. She had to run. She had to leave the house. Because Nin said, no, he wasn't seeing the man. Nothing was happening. So I got to, she came to Ghana and I said, oh, yeah, you said money. You know, money will be there, but you will not be happy. There's so many women in big cars. But let's face fact. Well, hi. Oh,
yeah, it's not everything, but we need it, not too much.
Okay, but Mama, thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, so there's something Jada Pinkett Smith said, that don't be too sad or too afraid when you lose an opportunity. So if you meet someone and it's just not working, don't force your way into it. If you miss on a job, on any opportunity, maybe it wasn't meant to be. So sometimes it's rather right that you miss an opportunity. So don't be too scared when you miss any opportunity.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, Akuma Mama Zimbi.
No, Akuma. Or make it AMZ. And
AMZ, thank you,
That's
Ms. B. Thank you, Akosia Japon, for passing through Strong and Sassy. And we'll be back next week, 7 p.m. My name is Animwaa Anim-Addo. Big thank you to Abeku and to Victor Bashi. We're closing tonight's show with Vanity from Miss V and then handing over for the 8 o'clock news. Thank you guys so much.
Every day when they hustle, papa to survive. What we they find out?